one of the heavy hitters right now in the quarterfinals with relative ease, only dropping 6 rounds in total. So, I mean, heading into this matchup, what's going to be the difference maker here for ECSTATIC? What are they going to do to try and topple some of the giants that they're taking on here? Looking to take on Refresh in the early stages. Wolfie testing the waters over towards Fountain, and oh, he's able to get away with a whole lot. And he does have a teammate in support right behind him. Needs to fall off, though, as players are closing in upon him. Just making their way quickly through long, and I don't know if they realize this. Bird from Sky rotating off the site, and they're going to have control here shortly.
Oh my god, and they even put their foot on the shift key before things get too hairy. They have complete control of the A site, and they're not even too well aware of it. Going deep into bank, too, to get themselves some post-plant positioning. Bird from Sky, he's going to get caught with a nade pulled out. Yes, sir. Easy as you like. There's the bomb plant about to come down. Stoun's even got control of bathrooms, so if having bank wasn't enough of a post-plant angle, well, now you've got even more. And it doesn't even look like ECSTATIC are showing interest. You still see 2 of them leaning towards the B side, another flank coming in through T-spawn. So by the time they can even get to the A site, that timer's going to be already a bit too far gone for my liking. Shush, even adding a couple of kills to his tally mark before all is said and done. And Heroic, no questions, just take the pistol with ease.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes down to Refresh on the lurk opposite side of the map. A lovely off angle. We'll see if he's able to succeed from it.
They ain't even making it quiet. They throw a molly in, they start spamming, they just don't care. They walk into someone else's house and make a cup of coffee, it seems. That's how Heroic is looking right now, and for good reason, because they continue to pick apart these openers across the map. Manx has saved them with 1, but saved is a very strong word when you're still getting hunted by Refresh, and that's just another open bomb site. Eventually, ECSTATIC are going to try to have to crack into this cookie of one of these retakes, even though they're not favored. You can't just keep giving up saves like this. And Thatcher and Wolfie are ready to make it a reality as they both come pinching in from both choke points. Thatcher still delivering. You spoke of him in the early game, but I think he's done more than enough here. Sets it up for a somewhat doable situation for Wolfie. A couple of low players, pops a bullet through the smoke, but once again, forfeits to depending on what Tessus and Co can bring back. Flash to get him in a monster, and Refresh ready to get this one up. Doubling down again. B site's ripped open, not if Wolfie can say anything about it. It's going to be an all-out brawl here. Both CTs rotated in, but that bomb maybe has other intentions. It goes up towards Connector. Refresh continues his magic over at the lower site, but he's been bamboozled. Cadian and Dafu in a one-on-one to see who's got the better of it.
Okay, he's going to get this plant in such a perfect position here. Able to plant in the front of Dice and just get in towards bathroom. That's all you really need to do in these sort of positions. You'll soon hear those footsteps. Maybe he already has. That neighbor will reveal Dafu's position, so all you have to do is play that bomb like it's a third man. There's no smoke for it as well, so that makes things even trickier here as he looks to retake things.
These retakes are next to impossible, man. When you've got this last player tucked into bathrooms with not a smoke to go on that bomb, it's next to impossible. You just gotta hope that you tap it, he peeks, and you get a lucky little headshot under your belt. But even Dafu understands the low timer is starting to go against him. Cadian's played it well without even having to fire off a bullet, but he still does in the end for the name of Dafu. And Heroic. But boy, will he try, knowing there's a 1v1 to be taken somewhere. He wants to get a bit aggro for it. Cadian on the chopping block. It leaves it to Stown. And surprisingly enough, it's Heroic that need a clutch to go under their way. But Wolfie's barrel should give his anonymity away. And leave it all up to Fasher with 1 bullet and a dream. Looks like more of a facade than anything else. Not planted for him, though, so that is something he could work with. A smoke's going to be deployed, and he's going to go ahead and stick this one. Is there time to get there and deny this defuse? I'm actually not too sure. Yes, there is. So it won't get too far out of chaos, but still, there.
That's a free opener.
I like this from ECSTATIC. I mean, it is what you kind of have to do at some level against teams like this. You can't just show them respect because they're heroic. You have to play your own game. Well, it's working right now. Dafu's about to triple up. That's huge. It's forced Heroic into A. If things weren't bad enough, it's even a bit dicey trying to recover the bomb. You see Shush really slowing it down with his footsteps, but now the IGL and Bird from Sky still wants to get his first kill. And he's back in his best boy right now. Maybe it's going to be enough. Dafu's got 4. And he's done all the work necessary for Bird from Sky to finally get on the board. It's poetic justice. It's what it takes for them to get themselves a 3rd round. Wolfie's the only one with a weapon that you can rely on right now. They'll continue to work wonders with it, doubling down from Divider, playing it to an absolute tease. Down next up to go against him, and he's gotten all the info necessary to find him. Heroic, uh-oh, it looks like they may be forfeiting up another round here before too soon. Stown's got to pull off a nice little 2K if he wants to deny that from being a capability. Spots Wolfie going back to the site, so now he can try to work a little more of this map control, but look at the time right now. There's 30 seconds to go. And the Bomb's about to be recovered. Maybe go into that B site. You got Manx in a really aggro position, though, so he should be able to hear this. Is there even time to go B right now, like through Monster? I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, he should have a little bit of time, plenty in fact, to try and punch in those numbers. The issue is, how is he going to try and deal with this player in short? That's been heard here, so the alarm bells trip for Manx. Nice, Molly, that's the key. But a smoke for it instead found out for Wolfie, and he is able to close things out comfortably. A lot sooner than, than others there. I feel like everyone's so weary of boosts now. Oh, down. Nice spot from him. He needed some support, and Tessus is that support there. He gets safely crossed in towards sight. Now there's only a Deagle from Bird from Sky looking to trade things out. They'll get denied as Tessus continues to thrive. His teammate has gone down through the smoke, though, and they know Tessus is still hanging around towards map, but look who's joined in this defense. It's 3 more players to fill the feed.
It's unfortunate the way it unravels for ECSTATIC. It was a bonus round turn awry as they still have more players to work with.
Everyone's falling asleep at the wheel right there. That's certainly what happened with Cadian. Nonetheless, they still extend their advantage to 2 as Refresh is able to deny that connector control. Last line of hope, I feel like, is Manx walking out, and he has successfully made the cross. Graffiti being covered here, but turning his attention away just in time for Sush to find him. What a big pickup here in a 2v5. I think the best case scenario is walking away with the bomb plant, which Bird from Sky does find, but the retake is going to be quick, and it's going to be hard to hold things off. I think that Wolfie's far removed from the situation here, so likely knows that this round is too far gone, but no, he's committed.
He could have seen a whole lot more if he stuck around for even just a second there. Bird from Sky, he's got a lot on his plate to do if they want to make this one anywhere close to a doable scenario. 2 players in Graffiti, but make it all up to 1. The op doesn't strike for anything, and Heroic walk away with another squeaky clean CT round. Even though they get the bomb down, it's just nowhere close to a victory. 3 rifles, a MAC-10, make that 2. Not a lot of utility either, so really just grasping at straws, hoping that something goes their way. That potential grasp is going to be out towards the B side as Monster players are heard. They walk into the AK of Shush, and that might just be the game under wraps right there. Refresh continues to shut them down, and it leaves it all on to Dafu. A 1v4 to try to stand tall against the Titans of Heroic, the favorites for the entire event. Well, he's found one with the Lil. And Heroic, boy, would this be a taste of their own medicine. But you can see just how desperately they want to get it over with. Katie, and even flashed up through the smoke, takes it. Smiles on their faces for a second. Well, after a map 1 that is probably expected in the ballpark of results, we head to the map of ECSTATIC to see if Heroic can't sweep this one up 2-0. I guess the duty is onto ECSTATIC to try to prove themselves. It is their home turf. It's where they're supposed to be comfortable, and well, they started off that way with the opening pick on the pistol.
Nice opener right there from Vasher. All 10 players rocking armor here, maybe for good reason. Starting to hit some shots as ECSTATIC looking to force stand off the line, and the movement up towards B is the perfect read because B is kind of open for the taking here. Down the only defensive player, and with only 3 HP, not much to work with.
Oh, and they're about to be flanked from Guardian, too. That's a free kill coming in from Daphne, even doubling down, and CT Refresh gets the trade, but it's a 1-for-1. 3-on-2 B site retake, not very favoring, especially with no utility. These positions can be so tough to clear out. And, again, it's just 1-for-1s. ECSTATIC win them across the board, and it looks like ECSTATIC.
Sidehole getting that utility down. They've got the left and right smokes out. And so they'll have an easy, comfortable walk in towards this A-bomb site. Get those numbers punched in, and they'll be right back into a pretty good position.
Oh, I like that. That's what I was talking about earlier. Teams will literally wait for the first half to come through to decide to throw in the utility, but it's not good enough to deal with Sound. Blast out through the smoke. I like it from Katie, and the MAC-10 of Daphne will have to deliver again. He upgrades to the rifle, but no success. Refresh catches him on the flank, and Heroic.
Katie going to be the first point of contact, allowing for his teammate maybe to slip on by him here. They do have forward positioning. One cut off immediately. They're going to look for the trade, but look who's standing right behind him. It's Cadian. And so they're finding so much success here. Refresh fighting tooth and nail, but he will go down from both these AWP. Now 45 on the clock, and they still are looking to take this ace out of things. Maybe an adjustment.
I'm not too sure. They have plenty of utilities, so they do have the golden option of going wherever they do so please. With 30 seconds, though, they're going to have to put some pep in their step, lest they want to let Heroic pull everybody in rotation. So far, that's the case. And Cadian's the man you've got to worry about with the one-shot wonder weapon. He's on the right side to contest. 20 seconds to go, and ECSTATIC are in another one of these situations where they can't even bother to tap the bomb. Just got to try to get it down. Shush holds his nerve, plays the tight angle, knowing his teammates got his back. The Molotovs come flying ear by ear, but with 10 seconds to go, the Raptors is where Dafu lies. 5-7 up close. Easy for the first headshot, even doubles down. Can't find the trade bird from Sky. It's a 1-on-3 required, but the timer is his mortal enemy. His heroic are good for a second. Maybe even one even from the flank. That's killing him after time. That's huge. Smokes fade. That's when the real worrisome parts start to incur. 3 of them now actually starting to scale their way up with Cadian's up, yet to be spotted and found out. Now it is. You got to deal with Refresh still as he's gone completely undetected, peeking inside all 1-for-1s, but everybody's blind. What is going on? The USP pulled out, but just barely not going to find that frag as it's back down to a 3-on-3. Tassus with some work to do on the rifle will deliver on 1. And they continue to pester in for these fights over on Ram. ECSTATIC, they aren't going to catch a break anytime soon. They've gone for the repeak, and it's worked out wonders. Even Manx trying to concede back into the B site, but the footsteps should be heard from Shush. With his back turn, that's going to be the freest kill of your life. Heroic aren't ready to give this half up yet.
Dafu not able to find him this time.
Another opener. Going the way of ECSTATIC is huge, or rather even an equalizing pick. It's Heroic, the money just isn't all that well put together. You've got to start convincingly winning some of these rounds. And this isn't the way to do it.
Wow.
How did that shot miss? I'm not too sure, but it's not the end of days yet. The A site's still beefed up like a nice little hamburger, and there's not any way you're getting into that meat. 1v3 for Wolfie, the op again against the world. And look, man, if he pulled the trigger, that was a free kill. I'm telling you, that was dead on him. Firepower, I wonder if this is the play, knowing that it's going to be stacked up. You are really putting a lot on the tally mark right now. This bomb looking to go down. Even a dink delivered, only tapping that bomb, though. And now it looks like you're going to start to pay the ultimate price. Bird from Sky only gets dinked. I'm surprised he's still alive. The kill will finally come through. You still rely on Fasher to do most of the heavy lifting with the AK. He'll turn away from the flash, and they both line up for him. They've given him a double. Looking for the finale. He's got down with his back turning through the wall. He delivers with a quadra. ECSTATIC walk to their CT side. A 3-round lead. And Heroic, the Titans.
Bomb plant here.
Fasher
looking to stand tall.
Like, he's going to block this nade. Like, he needs to move. Yeah, that was a bit of a questionable play, to be completely honest with you. So they should be able to get this nade stack off.
Nicely done.
It works to deny the plant. Wait a second, there's a Molotov covering the bomb. I don't think they can get it just yet. 12 seconds to go, and the smoke just started to expire. Bird from Sky bursts up through it. 10 seconds to go. There's no safe passage here whatsoever. Shush with the AWP, my friend. You need to get more than that. Trying to deny the plant. They just barely do. 1 second left, and Shush is calling it a day. ECSTATIC won't go speechless on the team.
The brakes have been hit here for Heroic, waiting for Stound to make the first move, potentially.
And I wonder if they're literally just going to have him human shield into the site, because if he spots everybody here, I wonder if you just call it off, go back into A. It looks like that might be the play, as they're a bit skittish over towards the stairwell, but now throwing in the utility. The Gambit's been sold to Manx and Co. because there's not a lot of utilities to clear him out. He's just got to try to take these fights raw. And there's a chance offered up to Dafu, who's doubled down. Cadian with the AWP. He upgrades to an AK-47, knowing his opponent's very, very low. He's going to try to gap this smoke, see if he can't find a lucky frag onto Cadian, pulling the fake reload. No, he actually just full swings it. 23 seconds, Cadian making so much noise, pounding the smoke. He doesn't look the right way. Dafu's got the clutch. The timeout, so who really knows where this is going to go? Well, I probably can take a good guess now with that opening pick coming through. Only man remaining is Dafu behind the generator. He just played it so well, even doubling down, another double entry. And did they call it a save? They do. 2 kills, save the round. It's the state of the game. ECSTATIC. It's a money game right now, and it's not working out. Still looking to fight tooth and nail, though. I'm pretty sure they understand what to say. They want to continue to hunt down these kills, and they'll do so successfully. Wolfie with the off. You need this if you want any chance at keeping your team alive in the next round and rounds alike. This is a required weapon. Heroic have already tied up the game. It's just about how many players stay alive on the opposite side.
They're closing in upon him quickly. They're shift walking. He's not going to expect this sort of fast-paced sidle aggression. Testis is going to have such a beautiful flank here. And it's over. Wolfie's dead to right. He's going to be blindsided. That's not a single rifle saved. And now you're talking about an eco.
Smoke missing from their arsenal just caused some difficulty on the actual site take. Now even one of these players is going to start walking down through the ramp room. 2 of them fall us down. This is really bad, but there's still 2 players on A to try to hold up the defense. Not clearing it out well, only good for 1. Still a man inside hall, the likes of Wolfie can't double down. It leaves it to Manx. 1v3, but he's still on the A side. He gets 2. Bomb dropped. Shush. 1 versus 1. He's coming all the way through on the B flank. ECSTATIC had all 5 men on the right side of the map. Heroic couldn't possibly expect it. And I like this super heavy info play. He's going to figure out what's going on before Shush can even get a read of him. In 35 seconds, there's so many angles to clear out that running in a situation like this would only leave you with the biggest of disadvantages. Something's going to have to go uncleared, and he has to make a decision on what that's going to be. Is he going to take the fight here inside all the time? Because everything is Mank swings through. He gets the 1v1, and an unwinnable seeming 1v1 for Shush.
25 seconds, they have to make a move, and all 4 players stacked up. But the spam does unbelievable amounts of damage here. 20 seconds now, Bird from Sky able to strike, but there's so much more presence on the A-bomb site.
They have to go. They have to go. There's really no more time to let this happen. Keep your guns out, boys. Get into the site. You're right. 10 seconds. Nothing could go wrong. There's still 2 players here. And they drop the bomb. Tess, that's good for 1. Doesn't matter what Cadian does. We're going to overtime.
Again, the clock here. I mean, what was the game plan for Heroic when that clock continues to dwindle down lower and lower? They just let things... This should be a comfortable T-side first half of OT. Wolfie's been hurt, so it's position 1 more spotted out for sure towards that A-bomb site here. Will they be able to double swing him, though? This is a nice angle held. This is right around the corner. He will go down as well. Beautiful work from Wolfie, able to isolate those 1v1s. And now, 1 more heading around the corner of Whitehall, and a flank coming through as well.
Refresh. He just gives up that kill for free. Cadian, with all of the info he could ever ask for, needs to work this 1v2, needs to work these picks. He's trying to get a grasp on where Manx is running around too, but Wolfie's the real enemy you've got to work about. He's got the bombs, so that's a plus, and now hearing the scope over an elevator is going to allow him to get this bomb down for free. What a weird angle. What a weird angle.
Wow.
Punching the numbers. Wolfie gives it up. And now it's Cadian against the world, 1v1. He's going to clear out ramp, but he has some expectations that Manx is actually repositioned. And he'd be right, starting to stick the bomb. Cadian's not reading on it with the round's going to be done. ECSTATIC have just taken the half, 17-16. What a balls of steel play. Pros don't...
No, we wanted to see a competitive affair out of ECSTATIC. This is a whole nother level here. They're able to deal with a lot of that pressure. The overtime versus Heroic, who are so composed in these sort of situations. Looking to assemble a boost here, waiting for Tessa's first point of contact. No, it's cleared out. Sandbag striking from above now, but they're able to find it. Spotting it out early. Refresh, hold steady for 3 kills. And Vasher left last man standing, trying to pull this across the finish line. It's workable. Refresh is low. But he still finds it.
Too good. Quad kill from him with 1 HP to deliver the final. It's double OT guaranteed, and Heroic just don't stop. They don't let up. Backed up defense, you're not doing yourselves any favors by continuing to take some time away from yourselves. As the util comes through, Stound's going to even continue this flank. Soon to be into the actual site itself. They completely disregard Sandbags. The flash comes through, and he gets 1. Well, more than he should have been allowed on his HP margin. A bit of a weird spray from Shush. And he won't actually walk away with a kill. Cadian, he's got to deliver on a bit more. Bomb to be retrieved as well. Stound, he's going to try to play a spoiler to it. 10 seconds to go, and I wonder if he just W keys up. No, he won't. And even if he W keyed up, he probably could have denied that plant, but he'll still come in for a pretty zesty flank regardless, as they're both going to try to tuck away inside on Wolfie. Oh my god, he's got the kill? No way! They're both low, but Cadian trying to bait out the shot. He can't get it done. Wolfie finally fires it off. And it's up to the legend himself, and the 1v1 decides to stick the bomb. What is this diffuse angle? Is it even going to work? He's trying to stick it, even crouching. Crouching, but he gets the diffuse! Oh my god, Thatcher, does it swing in time?
See if they can figure that out. T-side's been looking very comfortable for Heroic here, as they already are looking to press the issue towards A. Look who's in no man's land. Bird from Sky completely unaware of the side hole aggression, and gets blindsided right there. Re-aggression coming through towards side hole, and another drops.
Cadian's still holding. Thatcher's gonna swing through. That's another free kill for the Hopper. 2 on 5. Manx and Dafu. It looks like the end of days is upon them. They fought valiantly to get here, but it seems like the magic, the glass slipper is cracked. Plus, Manx can throw another 1v4 out of the hat, but Refresh just decides to end the series there. 22-18, and a flawless second overtime amounts Heroic. They're great.